I'm just doing
All
things in
right.
the background anyway.
There you go. Now they can hear.
Oh god.
Can they hear us? Oh no!
Yes.
That's not good.
All right.
Enjoyed the music stream.
It was good. Listen, it was. I searched D&D tavern music.
Where did my lo-fi D&D tab music go? I was enjoying that shit, man.
Lo-fi bard tunes.
All right, guys. I guess we're going back to starting soon. No. All right.
I need my music stuff.
Music gone. But we get ambience now.
Nice.
Just quickly gotta make sure that OBS is picking it up. So give me a second. No, it is not.
Damn you, OBS.
There you go. It's just supposed to be semi background stuff. Okay. Right. So is everyone ready?
Ready as I've ever been.
Yes!
Alright.
should be.
Alright. So, it's been about 25 years since the fall of Marius, and since then, things have changed. Some of the rules in example Vedrum, which is where our adventure will start, the rules have gotten a little more loose. People are people are still kind of wary about the use of magic, but they are more willing to at least let things like mages stay overnight in town and not, well, hold them at gunpoint. And also, in town, which is, give me a second, in town, there's been some rumors of some of the higher-ups in town. This is something you would most likely all have heard, just coming around. There's been some rumors of the people controlling Vedrum, maybe not exactly living in, what would the word be? The public eye. That perhaps if you were to ask people who leads Vedrum, you might get more than one answer.
So that's a bit more loose idea of who's leading.
Yes. So depending
Shadow
on who
government.
it's more like, you know, people will like explain maybe how, like, a name, but it'll be like, that's not the name I heard that time or that time. So there's a lot of confusion about who actually runs the place, but it's more people have more understood that going against the people that they think run the place is not a good idea. If that's out of fear or being clever, you have no idea. This is like rumors you would have heard, like, either on your travels here or when you got to town.
Okay.
But right,
So
you...
it's not really known who controls Vedrum.
No.
Gaia.
Just quickly fix audio. There you go. So, you kind of like I believe, yeah, there's 1, 2, 3, okay. So, you've all received a letter somehow or a message, and in this building, kind of far into the room, there is this kind of tower. This tower with a lot of pipes on it. If you're thinking like a steampunkish tower, like with a lot of pipes on the outside and smoke coming out from different areas.
Snoop Dogg.
Sadly, no. I couldn't get him on show. But yeah, you there's this tower where within there is a, well, I think the word is like just entrance, like lobby area. Where, let's see, let me find the dice really quick. Right. So, in the entrance, the first one to show up at this is, it's kind of like a pretty, like, it's a pretty fancy looking inside. Like, you can tell there's a lot of money been poured into this. But first, Teresa.
Yes.
Could you please, for chat's reasons, explain how Teresa looks?
Do I have to explain how Centaur looks?
Other than being a horse.
Yes.
Half woman.
Other than being a horse.
Yes.
Other than maybe having antlers as well.
Oh. She does have the weird fluffy ears. Let me just pull out the picture so I can much better describe it.
Yep. This is mostly for, you know, chat. Grab the door and run. No.
This is the one thing Well, I am at my greatest weakness. Describing how my character looks. I usually just go and say, look at the picture, dummy.
Yeah.
But in this case, it doesn't really work.
No.
As for one reason, I also don't seem to picture my laptop. Oh.
I mean, I
So
have.
let me just see if I can dig it around.
It's on Discord now, so you can look at that.
Thank you.
I just grabbed it from the sheet.
I
real
just
quick.
had to figure out why
Yeah.
Discord is freaking out because. Oh, that's the token.
I just found like the token for it.
Whoop-de-doo. Yep.
It's just mostly, for chat purposes.
Yes. For chat purposes, I'm gonna make this so much easier for myself. I'm gonna do this. There. Wait. Double click.
There,
There you go. You look at the token.
on the
It's
right.
very tiny. I'll find a way to get the picture out there. but-
Alright.
That's roughly how she is.
Yeah. It's a horse in pretty heavy armor.
Yes.
Or centaur. Right.
She's
But
a
yeah.
horse.
But you make your way into this entrance area. You kind of you were following the coordinates or whatever you were given in the letter you got, and this led you
Yes.
to this building. There is at the counter, kind of in the entrance lobby area. Behind the counter is what looks to be a female orc. Just they're wearing what would you just call in essence what's a tuxedo, and they look to be just
Okay.
going through some papers on the behind the counter just. So
I will approach and inform the woman that I have received a letter to be meeting here. It's somewhat vague, but I believe this is the right place.
She holds out her hand, just kind of for the letter.
Hands it over.
She doesn't say anything, just kind of nods and then gestures you over, points at the door with her hand.
I take it I have to go there then?
She just nods.
Alright. I will get going. And she, a bit half confused, just walks over to that room.
You walk into the room that she gestured you over to, and inside is just some couches and stuff. It kind of looks like just a waiting room. Let me see. Let me see if I can do this really quick. I don't know if this would work, but I posted the token in chat. I don't know if you can press that.
It works.
Okay.
At least when I click.
Okay. There you go. Right. So you kind of get into this waiting room where you can see you see some pipes on the wall in almost a square, and you can see kind of there's some holes in them of where there's a small tiny flames coming out, kind of keeping the room warm. Just looks a little odd.
Yes, out of curiosity. I will go and look at this. Is this just normal fire / flames?
They're kind of bluish, the flames. Kind of bluish white.
Gotta be magical.
Alright, well, you I don't know, sit down or stand in there, and
I just stand there because
centaur
horse
Alright.
parts. How did they interact with a living room? I don't know. I don't need to find out.
Okay, this one works. Right,
Special made living room.
next one. We just find names. Right, Sans.
Damn.
So you also got this letter, or at least got told of this place, and you two enter this very fancy-looking lobby area, with the orc lady behind the counter. Kind of as you walk in, you can see a door on her left just close, which would have been Teresa walking in.
I see. And so I go over to hand over the letter
Mhm.
that I was given.
Do you just walk over and hold it out?
Yes.
Alright, she'll take it, open it, just kind of glance over at the door that Teresa walked in. and she will gesture with her hand to a room on the opposite side.
Sans will go there with an appreciative nod to them, and for now she remains very quiet as he walks over, watching, basically just watching the area with curiosity.
So you walk in, and the kind of the room explanation is very much the same. There's this weird square like pipe set up with flames in it and couches. The rooms are pretty identical. Other than like they're like it'd like be like an opposite of the like room in where things are placed.
Interesting.
All right. Do you want to do anything in here, or do you just want to wait to see what happens?
Am I alone in the room?
You're alone. This is the opposite side of where Teresa walked in, so this is another room.
In that case, I do actually do something.
Alright.
As Tomb... Tomb, what am I saying? Wrong character. Too many warlocks. As Sans looks around the room and with the staff she's carrying, she points towards the flames and makes them dim down to about half the brightness they were before, and then she sits down.
Alright. There you go. Alright. Well then, it's you. Yes. Alright. So, as Sans walks in and kind of closes the door to the room they went in, Erdik and Isa, you enter the place together. Kind of like whoever of you got the letter.
I agreed I wanted. So that's I have the letter.
Yes.
This looks like to be the place. Isa has like a hood over to cover like her horns from her head. Other than that, there's a tail coming through the back of her clothes. She has a belt with 3 different card sets around, and then she just has normal traveling clothes and leather armor on.
Yeah, I just quickly forgot, just so I can I'm just gonna do this again, because we forgot to do introduction for Sans. I'm just putting it in chat, the token. I need to copy it from Discord, so...
I'll just describe whenever someone enters the room with her.
Yeah. I just give up the token.
And I can never pronounce my own characters' names. This is great.
Erdik.
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 A very
Erdik.
tall chappy.
Very tall.
He's yeah. There. That's the description. Thank you. That's my podcast. Goodbye.
It's the new tower.
For being the same race, I'm very small.
He's not hiding his horns. They're just out. Tail coming out from behind. As always, weeb as fuck. Katana on the side, black hair. Just walking with her.
Right. And yeah, you also see kind of like this orc lady behind the counter. Not really looking at papers anymore, just kind of standing and looking out into the room, kind of making eye contact with you. Just one of you, I don't know which.
Sort of make eye contact with them.
It'd probably actually be with Isa, because height. So it'd be easier to just look out instead of like... you walked into my lobby. Hello.
Hello.
Snap.
I just stare him down.
Yes. I will go over to the orc.
Gives you a nod.
Find letter. Find my winnings.
You just holds out her hand.
I hand her the letter.
She looks it through. Kind of like closes together. He says, for reference, you've not gotten the letters back. She's like taking them and put them aside. And she will gesture to the room where Teresa is in.
For both of us?
She's pretty much, he doesn't specify anything, she just like pulls her hand out towards the door. She's not spoken a word. The only thing you would have heard is like, like kind of like thinking noises.
Yeah, but like, it's both. I'm assuming it's both of us. So it's like...
She looks up at Erdig.
Looks down at the...
She holds up a hand and kind of turns and grabs like a piece of paper, scribbles something on it, and then she puts it into like a chute behind her. You just hear like, "Foop!" And she just stands there, like arms in front of her. Just like puts up a finger, like like wait a minute.
I'm just waiting in front of the door.
After a bit, you hear like a flunk. You come back from the same chute. Then she grabs a piece of paper back, rolls it, kind of like puts it away, and she'll gesture for Erdik to enter the other room. Had to ask upper management.
You
Erdik's
sure?
like,
Yeah, he's like, are you sure? I need to go to the other one.
He just nods.
Alright. Definitely doesn't want to, but...
Yeah, so real quickly just...
Does also not look happy when he walks to the other room.
So Teresa, depressed dragon walks into the room. Oh.
Yeah, basically.
So yeah, Teresa, the door opens and Isa comes walking in.
Hello?
Hey.
You know why we happen to be here?
I was just told I want an opportunity.
That's...
All of your difference, like in your letters, would have been different. It just said to meet here.
Right. Oh. Not quite sure, they're just talking about some job offer, but they're awfully vague about the details.
So yeah, but you pretty much then in Santa's room, you also see the door open. You see someone kind of like lowering their head a bit to get under the door frame. See Erdig into your room. So if you could just explain now, Sans, how you looked. So we had the reference for it.
So, Sand is a female black tabaxi with wearing mostly dark clothing, a few pieces of metal and leather armor, of which one is notably placed very, very solidly around where her heart is, like to protect it. And she's wearing right now a hood down. Usually the hood is up when she's outside, where some arcane symbols can be faintly seen on it, but they don't seem like actively magical. And she also has a medallion around
I just want to see how tall is. Oh boy, that's a difference and a half.
Around her neck she has like a medallion, metallic medallion with some runes on it, and hourglass depicted in the middle of it. And perhaps the most noticeable thing about her is like her eyes are like faintly glowing with like an icy blue color.
But yeah, you see Erdig, this tall fucker, just kind of like, puts his head below the door frame and comes in. So yeah, Erdig, you see this cat.
Ah, a cat, I see.
No, you see this tabaxi.
That's a pretty good description.
Probably just...
Fluffy cat.
Is she a fluffy
You see Puss in Boots.
Oh shit, I just handed my money. He's gonna come for him later anyway.
Surrender now. Listen, I just hand over the woman body as well. He's gonna win it later anyways.
No!
So yeah, do you say anything, or do you just kind of like sit and look at
I
each
just
other?
go ahead and take a sit down.
Alright.
I'm not paying any attention to anyone.
Sans give a friendly nod.
And nods back. I get nod out, yeah.
Alright.
Nods back.
Well,
Sit strike now.
I don't have to roll this time because there's only one person left.
You should roll for good measure.
Alright,
Oh,
give me. Alright, so guys, on anything but yep. So Rowan never showed up.
I walked into the wrong building. Fuck.
Not again.
Looks at the
Fuck's
map.
sake,
Wait,
bro.
how did I end up in fucking Yugoslavia? Holy shit! Give me a moment.
Hold up.
I should
I
have.
walked onto the.
Wait, I'm on Skadoofaland now.
I'm in Skadoofaland? The fuck?
I had to take a I had to take a left at
Not a right,
at
damn
Onrex. Okay, no. So, Mirage, you walk into this again pretty fancy looking building, and you see this orc lady. No one still has a name of. It's just orc lady. She's standing, kind of looking at. She kind of like makes eye contact with you and just gives you like a greeting nod.
Gonna take a little side. Hope this is the right building. 4th time's the charm. So, brief description. Mirage is a woman. Well, she's a shifter in a big sort of black jacket with some silver linings on it. It's all very sort of sun-worn and a bit torn up, but still clean. And she has a spellcaster's hat on her head, which has had some holes cut into it to allow her ears to go through.
It's a goddamn cat girl.
She's just gonna sort of. Oh yeah. Also, one of her eyes looks a bit weird. She's got one eye which is sort of orange, and the other one is just sort of blue. It doesn't really have a pupil. It's just sort of a slightly glowing blue.
She will give like kind of like a curious like head tilt.
Look around the room and then walk up to the orc lady.
Like it's
and says,
very empty. There is you and the orc lady in this room. No one else.
She's doing the full 360. She's turning around, looking up, looking down.
I can't do that. I'll hit my camera. I mean, not my microphone. It's like.
And she'll do a full look round before walking up to the orc lady. And so I have a letter, I think, for this place.
You just hold out her hand.
Gonna look at the hand for a moment, tilt her head a little, reach her hand out and shake her hand. Nice to meet you.
She face palms and then grabs one of the other letters, just shakes it. So, ow, I hit my nose. He had to mute. I think someone walked into his room.
God damn it, not again.
Hiya, Roa.
Hi.
Switching headphones quickly.
So you didn't even see me breaking my nose.
I did see you brush your nose. Also, it's red, so I can still see the remains.
Just But yeah, no, she like
No,
holds
she's
out a
gonna-
letter and just kind of like shakes the letter, puts it back, and puts out her hand again. And more like forcefully this time.
Takes her letter out. It looks quite crumpled up. It sort of unfolds it a little, shakes it round, hands it to her.
She kind of like
Is
first
that
kind of
what
like
you want?
straight. She looks at it. Kind of like gives it like a look. Gives you like a curious look.
Gonna stand there a bit, sort of.
Just kind of shrugs, closes like like for every letter, she's like folded them back and put them back in like the letter thing. Put them to the side. She'll look around. And she will gesture to the room where Sans and Erdig is in.
She'll
So there's
give
enough
her.
brain cells in our room.
Actually, wait, yeah, not yeah. So you have brain cells in your room, I guess. But yeah,
She'll give a quick. Sorry.
I
go
was
on.
just gonna say which, like, she just gestures to that room and then goes back to her post.
She'll give a sort of quick nod, seem a little relieved, and then make her way into the room.
You would quickly see, like, as you're leaving, she like pulls out like a pocket watch, just kind of looking at the door. Puts the pocket watch away.
Look back at her, slightly concerned. Then sort of look at the door and very slowly open it and look inside.
Oh, she was looking at like the front door, not the door you were going.
Oh, the front
She was
door.
looking at the
Okay.
front door, like where you got in at first.
Then she's just gonna sort of open it and look inside before walking in.
You see Cat and Dragon Man.
Stand in the door frame for a moment. Just look at them both up and down. A long time looking up, a long time looking down at one of them.
Just gives him a nod.
Looks right back at them.
Hello. She's gonna sort of walk in.
Do you close the door behind you?
Yeah.
Okay.
And she'll just sort of walk and find an area she can stand and just sort of stand there. Look around.
Alright.
Hello. Sans responds back, giving them a nod and acknowledging they are there, really.
Are you people that also got the letters?
Could you repeat that?
Are you people that also got the letters?
I suppose as Sans think about it for a moment, and then she answers, yes. I did at least.
Look over at Erdic.
Shakes his head.
Like a no shake or a yes
A
shake?
no shake. A no
Yeah,
shake.
'cause
I
you
would have
said-
said nod my head.
Oh, I'll just be like, why are you here then?
Someone else.
That's not really an answer.
Depends on how you look at it.
But you listen to an answer, you don't look at it.
While you're having your talks, you see the small flames that were kind of like coming out of the pipes, sort of like fire up in a way. Kind of like the flame reaches near the top of the like squared like pipe area, and you can see the colors of the flames sort of like flicker. Like I also where it stands like the flame a bit dimmer, that has seemingly been like dispelled. And the flames kind of like come up, and you see kind of like in the flames. It's a little hard to see, but you see what looks to be a hand kind of move, and then you can make out what looks to be it grabbing something and yanking it. For I want everyone to make me a dex save.
Oh.
Oh no.
First roll of the campaign. Make them good.
I forgot to make it public, but
Yeah.
let's just say,
That's a twat!
That was a 6, a 2, with an actual 21.
Let's go.
like, my
Dude.
luck is shit today, but it looks like I'm having it better than some other people here.
It's not
This,
even.
this
Fine.
is this is the one thing I'm for what I know I'm the only one in the group who's supposed to be good at.
Yeah, we've
Just a
got.
moment, guys. I forgot to prepare spells.
That's fine.
Why do I
Imagine
have
needing
fairy?
Prepare.
Oh wait,
spells.
no, that's very fine. False life. No.
All right. So as you see this, like you're kind of like looking at the flame, trying to make out what's happening, but it's clearly the something or someone yanking on a lever. Before you see the floor below you, just open up. Kind of like just first it opens a little, so you feel like kind of like a little jump as it like it dehatches, and then just drops you. On the way down, Isa and Teresa, you managed to like not really grab onto things, but kind of like use the wall to not, so give me a second, because this is a fall.
How far?
Yeah, you're.
Everyone fucking die.
No.
Let's get this TPK go.
No.
That's
No.
my gift.
I've already got 17 HP, please.
All right. So,
Listen,
Sans,
this is the only way Kevin deals damage to me.
Sans, Erdek, and Rach, you all, because everyone, like, you just see that you don't take any, because you made it to slow down, and there is like a mattress on the ground. So this is half damage for everyone else. So everyone else takes 3 damage, which is half of 6. So you take 3 damage as you kind of like land down on this like mattress.
And Kevin just killed 2 spellcasters.
Ah, shit. Level 1
Thailand!
the level 1 wizard.
I've got the same hit dice as a wizard.
But yeah, you take 3 kind of like landing on this mattress, and you sort of like you see kind of like as you fall down and you land on this mattress in the room you're in. First off, everyone's here. Welcome to Smash Brothers. Give me a second, quickly, just changing ambience. There you go.
Oh, okay. I'm not gonna lie, I thought that sounded like someone eating an apple.
Ah,
Right.
yes, it's apple
Gone.
time.
So you look around, kind of first
Slow
off,
as
you
ever.
notice, well, 2 of you would notice 3 new people, and other people would notice 2. As everyone kind of lands in this mattress, in this room where to both your sides, you see pipes just going forward in a corridor, and you can kind of like now and again see there's some smoke and steam kind of like come out now and again. And then further in, you can hear the sounds of like metal turning. Like from further in the corridor. Let me see if I can find some better clock.
You can get up off her feet and sort
You know, this
Is it okay?
of look around a bit dazed.
this might work better. This looks a lot better.
Honey, are you okay?
I'm fine. How are you? You good?
I'm fine.
Just sort of going over to
Walks it off like a man.
Stands up. Ah, let me put this back in place. There you go, leg back. But yeah,
Just his leg sticking upwards. Ah, yeah, I'm
you
fine.
can hear above you, like kind of like the sounds of metal, like. So you have a feeling that whatever thing you just fell through, yeah, I'll just wait for him to come back. But pretty much, you can hear the thing above you closed again. You got a phone call.
Oh, yes, that's that time of the day.
Stand up to her
Well,
feet and just sort of look round. What was that?
A fool.
Oh, that much is obvious. How much light is there in the room?
There is. There's like a very very faint like red light. You see like lamps in the ceiling, kind of like very like dim red lights in the ceiling.
Right.
Think like have you ever seen those rooms where like people like take like old pictures to like make them gain color?
Yeah,
Kind of a bit
Like-
dimmer than that.
that's
Okay.
pretty good.
So, I touch. Let me just check what do I have that I can touch that makes sense.
Yourself. No.
No, I'm not an object. Wait, wait. I'll take forth my cleric amulet. If anyone asks, it's of Muradin, because Muradin is the best craft guard there is.
What do you mean Gond exists?
Guard. He's the
We
best
said-
craft guard that exists.
Yeah, as a Gond,
Um,
Gond exists.
I visited them
no,
all. I visited them all.
It might
trust
just be
me.
my mic and the guy that didn't mute himself on the phone background making it fuck up.
I
But
can mute
I'm
myself.
casting light on my amulet.
Alright. So you kind of like light up the room a bit more. Like now the light from the kind of like lamps don't exactly work. Well, they do, but it's more like your light is brighter. So
Yes.
and you can see these like. I'll be honest, they kind of look like rusting pipes. Like it probably wouldn't take a lot to like for these pipes to maybe burst. At least they look
Oh.
pretty old.
Oh, whoever designed this place is sloppy. They didn't take the erosion of what I was going through the pipes into consideration. Just checks ahead a bit.
Let me just
But
see something.
what?
What is people's what are people's passive perception?
Mine is like 15.
Okay.
15.
Alright, Teresa.
We have a lot of
Also, because you
copies.
have a knowledge of like metallics and stuff, he's a thing that confuses you. So you see like steam and stuff coming out of these pipes, but also now and again you can hear almost rolling through. Let me just unmute him. There you go. You can see kind of like through these pipes in this corridor. You can hear more the sound of a clock going through the pipes now and again. Kind of like
Okay.
Hmm. I
What
will
did I-
inform everyone else of the clocks in the pipe.
What
Oh,
did I miss?
I was just explaining, like, you're in the corridor, like, pipes where steam is coming out. The pipes are pretty rusted, and then the only light that was in the room was, like, these red dim lights, but Teresa casted light on her amulet.
Okay.
That's pretty much it. And also that the thing above you closed, so you couldn't crawl back up.
So, at least for Sans, the first thing she does after coming down is basically check on her medallion, check on her staff, check on herself for injuries, in that order.
That might be like a sprained ankle, but you're good.
Okay, I've checked the only important thing.
Random question. But does anyone here in any way see magic, have detect magic on, or anything like that?
Not
Cast a spell, but it's not something I am particularly fond of keep going all the time.
So nobody has it actively on. Alright, that's basically what I needed to know.
Okay. But yeah,
Don't understand myself on magic.
But yeah, you can hear like, and those are the clock noises. Like you hear them past you, and then you hear like you guess they hit something because you hear like a large of like a clock further ahead.
There's nothing behind us, I'm assuming.
No, it's kind of like the pipes kind of like go like this behind you. So it's kind of like this is like a dead end for a corridor of pipes.
I guess we'll start walking.
All right. Is everyone just going forward?
Yep.
Dust herself off a bit and then start moving.
All right. So you continue forward. You walk forward through this, corridor pipes. And the further you get in, you actually notice that some of the pipes start to look less rusted. And some of the areas where before you would see steam coming out, now they're more, they actually look like they've been fixed. So either people forgot that area down there existed, or I don't know, they stopped repairing halfway through.
It doesn't look like they're taking a break or anything. There's not any signs of a break.
No, the only signs you probably see of a worker would be that again the pipes here look maintained.
Yeah.
But the ones further down didn't.
Yeah, but maybe.
So it could be workers on break.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
So you
also
continue
not
down,
released.
and you every now and again you will hear this sound of a ticking clock whizzing past you. And you get to this area where it kind of opens up a bit more. You see the pipes. So from before it would be 3 or 4 pipes on top of each other, kind of making the wall. You now see the pipes kind of start to go out. Some of them go up, kind of going into their own directions. And you walk into this bigger room where it looks kind of like the entrance where you came in the first time, where you met the orc lady and stuff. Just the area looks a lot more there's a lot more metal and everything, and there is pipes going everywhere. And instead of the orc woman, you see on the table, you see this piece of stone, just a flat piece of stone. Well, stone with metal bits on it, but
I will look closer and examine it,
Okay.
because I am curious.
Alright, so you just walk into the room. You notice, like before, where like there was a chandelier in the original room. There is also a chandelier here. Metal pipes, and instead of like a little candle light, it's just flames coming out the pipe.
Ah, beautiful.
Gaslight.
Exactly. So don't light a. That's what it's like. Don't fart in here. You will die.
Ah, yes.
Farts once.
What was
entire
that?
I said don't fart in here, and the room explodes.
Nervous fart. Oh no,
Listen.
don't die.
Remember what happened 25 years ago? Someone tried to ignite the gas in a room, and it didn't explode, but it sure as hell didn't make it more pleasant either.
So yeah.
Somebody also cast a basically earthquake under the city.
Oops. But yeah, you walk over, kind of like look at this stone tablet. You kind of like you notice that there is like mostly the corners of it is metal, but you notice that that is because it's bolted to the table. Do you like you can tell that it's like very like dusty on top of it.
I'll dust it off and try and see if there's something written under it.
All right. What languages do you know? Can I just have people's languages really quick?
I get so many languages for this build.
All right. You look at this. Yeah, that shit makes no sense.
Hmm.
That's actually impressive. I think we only have one duplicate language among us.
And that comes from us being the same race.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That is pretty impressive.
That is
Actually, we've maximized our languages. Like,
That's the one ritual spell that I really want that I don't get. Comprehend languages.
But yeah.
It is not on the artificer
But yeah,
or cleric.
Teresa, you have no idea what this says, and you are not really sure what languages is. It's kind of like it looks. The text has been etched into it.
Anyone else know if they might be able to read this? Pint a bit to it.
I
maybe.
have a peer at it. But just give it a
You
quick look.
you give it a look. Erdig, you have no idea.
Shrug. No idea.
I walk up and look at it.
You look at it. Oh, that's dwarvish.
Oh,
You give it a look.
It's the language of some of the small people with the big beards and the mining and stuff.
Dwarves. It's a terrible time. Studying the fact that I didn't pay that much attention when I was in Dwarvish language school.
So does Isa like kind of like read what it says?
You can definitely try.
So here's the thing, and this is the thing something people would notice. As like Isa kind of like you used to kind of like you'd probably read it in your head first, like okay, what's this?
There's a bigger chance you just read it straight out.
You read it out loud. Here's the second you start reading, people will notice that Isa will notice this, but for everyone else, the text shifts. So what you read out loud is, "You came here for an opportunity, didn't you?" For everyone else, like
Yes.
kind of as she's reading this out, you'll see some of the like letters and stuff move around or disappear. For a city without magic, this shit's pretty magical. Either that or someone sitting down below with like a hammer and chisel.
Like they are going at it so fast, like holy shit.
That's the fastest.
Put some
fastest
clay on
one
it,
with
like
the big
guys,
beard.
this letter disappeared. Put some clay on it.
The quickest chiseler in the world.
I had to quick adapt that my character's 9 intelligence. Because I forgot.
Yes, you forgot you had 9 intelligence.
You schmurd.
So yeah,
Wait, that means I have double your intelligence.
but yeah, you read that. I was like, you came here for an opportunity, didn't you?
She just says yes when she's done reading.
Yes.
Yeah. Who said that? But yeah, is anyone gonna point out that the letters shifted?
Yeah.
Yeah, little point at it.
Huh?
The
It did.
letters have shifted.
She starts to read again.
While they point that out, Sans is going to go through her bag and find some paper, some ink, and begin just trying to copy down what's written.
I'm kind of like doing the thing where like you lay the paper on top and just like try and.
No,
yeah,
she's
just
doing it by
writing.
hand. Yeah.
All right.
I-
I would like you to give me like I'd say sleight of hand, just because you don't know this language, so it's more like trying to sit there and go, okay, that's how that looks. That's how that looks.
Unless she was trying to read that, just spell down what I was saying.
I've understood that she was trying to write down what was on the thing.
Yeah, I'm trying to write
Okay.
down what is on it, not what's said.
I misunderstood.
All right, yeah, 15. Yeah, no, you kind of like you get it like pretty like roughly over, like it'd be readable from someone who knows Dwarvish.
Nice.
Who's not an idiot?
Herder. But right, do you like try and read what it says now that you've been like told that
Why the fuck knock?
you look again? Still Dwarvish at least.
Oh, look at me.
You look at it and it just says, "Watch me."
Look at her. Yes.
What?
Huh?
I mean, she is reading out loud. Just watch me.
You're
Well,
right.
yeah,
Hunter.
just look at her. Okay.
And kind of like as you're reading it out loud, and people are kind of like looking a little confused, you can hear the sound of like before like the pipes are like making some like a pipe will like shake and stuff. You could hear that. Now you hear like the sound of metal like being bent.
I look towards the metal, getting bent.
You kind of like look in the direction you see above you, kind of like where all the pipes have like gone out and gone upwards. You see a lot of the pipes start to bend in your direction. Kind of looks like two like really large hands, like with fingers outstretched, kind of holding down towards you. Before you hear a
That's
voice.
not good.
Before
Are they
you-
trying to like
Weird.
grab them?
No, they moved a little down, so it's kind of like it looks currently like there's two like big metal hands above you made of pipes. Before you hear a voice echo in the room, they kind of like the way the voice sounds. Because I'm not going to make a voice for this because it sounds like it pretty muffled. Kind of like you can have a good idea. It's to mask whatever voice there is. And you hear, that's where. I was like, there all of you are. You kind of hear like it muffled and kind of echoing around the room. These are not the ones we send all the invitations to. But this will do.
What's that supposed to mean?
You hear like the pipe like bending again. And you can see one of the fingers point to let me see, there will be Mirage. See one of the fingers point to Mirage before you can like hear like the loud noise of it like going back to like the grapple mode, I guess you can call it.
Look around a bit. I meant to be here.
You will be of use.
Ooh.
Some of you came for a job, some an opportunity. I have both. All I
And?
require is a little handiwork. You understand that our fair city is against the use of magic.
Sans just look over at their very obviously staff. As that is said.
Oops. No.
Looks at the stone that is changing text.
We don't enjoy unauthorized magical use. And we would love to have some things dealt with. Within reach of Vedrum, or a bit of a travel from Vedrum, but within our regions, we have some magical users with a history. We would want them dealt with. Though, of course, if you were to say no, you're welcome to stay here.
Did they do something wrong?
The ones then currently, no. Though their storied past, they are still practitioners of something outlawed. Wouldn't you want to bring justice upon criminals?
I don't know. Maybe.
Well then, let me answer for you. Yes, you would. I don't
Is
have a
that how
voice
that
changer,
works?
but just think that this is all echoed.
Yes, and
You
look around it.
would.
Look around the bit confused. Is that how it works?
I don't know.
Is this what having a job is like?
Is this job?
Swear.
I didn't expect anything come here yet. I've still been confused.
What on earth have you gotten us into?
I've not done anything.
You wanted an opportunity.
I want an opportunity.
Hmm.
That's a different.
Difference.
But are you not wanting the opportunity you won? This could change history. Fix mistakes. And if I have two of your kind, it's a gamble on your life.
So one holds around her husband.
Puts an arm over.
It's like fucking Edric gets shot, becomes like 9 feet. It's like, like, you know that thing where like you get shot, you like stretch a bit. It's like 9 feet.
Bangs his head against the ceiling. God damn.
You hit the
Okay.
hand, but yeah, you says that. No, if you don't want to, well, I'm afraid you've seen a lot. So I'd have to keep you here. You hear like bending of pipes turns. That you can tell that like one of the hands turns more like a knuckle. And you see like some steam coming out the front of the knuckle.
So it's either do as you say or that. Putting to the fist.
We can't have people knowing of what's beneath Vedrum. You understand this, do you not?
I think I get the hint, yes. I guess.
I don't know. There's a bunch of pipes under here.
Oh, people know there is pipes. But not what they are capable of.
Go quiet for a moment, thinking what pipes are capable of.
You know, this is an awful lot of effort to show off. And it's like an awful lot of effort which having to go through if people end up saying no. Not gonna say no, because that's just dumb. wouldn't it have been easier to have a guy down here and explain all this to us instead of this?
Having but one guy down there would make him easy to overthrow. If you were to say no, well, I wouldn't want to be there.
Huh.
Like, he has a point, like, numbers advantage is a thing.
Yeah, I mean, I've probably stabbed him by now.
Like, so because he's away, you know, you can't stab him and you're 5v1.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Right, so let's say we play your game. What do we have to go do?
Gotta
Simple.
go silence few people.
Get rid of the teachers and the pupils of this art. Either that, or well, manage
and
to
where-
make them move.
And where are these students and these pupils?
Orkberry.
Oh, Mary.
The fuck is that?
So if you
That's a good way away from here.
Oh, it's there.
Just there.
now if you
Oh,
open
there
this
we
door,
go,
we can get
Oakham.
on and go to Orkmary.
Her travel will be taken care of if you are to accept. Just delete the clickbait circle.
But I thought you said we didn't have a choice.
Oh, the other choice is staying here.
Hmm. I guess we can go and look at it.
Will be hard getting to gamble a bit down here.
Remember, we want rid of them. The art must die.
Didn't he also say?
Or manage to make them fuck out of the region. Like, as long as he
Yeah.
pretty much wants this art that he's not said what art is, but he wants this art thing out of like the like that would be what.
Order.
Yeah, is it east and west? I think west is
Yes.
right. Yeah.
But never. No, this would be the east, isn't it?
No, we are on the east coast because Vedrum is on the
Yeah.
east coast.
So he's pretty much
Orkberry is
saying
to the
he
west.
wants he wants it out of like the region that Vedrum is in, because if you think of like going straight down the middle, that's kind of like how it's looked at.
Oh, okay.
So it counts as part of Vedrum's region.
But I thought Secunda wasn't part of Vedrum.
It isn't.
Everywhere the sand
it's
touches
like-
is secondary.
If you look, like it kind of like it goes down the middle for like the green area, and then sand is the zone, and then
Okay.
snow is the zone. But if you look at the green,
Okay.
We have the snow zone.
Right, so there's some people in Orkmary. You want them gone. You don't particularly care about how, as long as they just stop doing what they're doing.
as long as
Now we
the
got all
art
that put in place.
leaves our region.
Okay. And to be 100% clear, what is this art you're talking about?
Blood magic.
Right. Widows.
Right. Well, I was skeptical of it before, but now I'm at least on board with the idea.
Blood magic. Still think about it.
What is blood magic?
So we have person A making person B do weird things, not by controlling their minds and making it surveillance, just by forcing their blood to move in a way. It's a bit like a puppet show, just without strings. Oh well, another set of strings for everybody to play.
Nerves are kind of strings.
Right. Let me roll something. That's not all that what blood magic is.
No,
Necessarily.
I'm getting there, but
Depending on the blood magic.
you're allowed to pick up and go with Vito of it, so I just don't have to stand here and monologue for 5 minutes.
20 days.
And he will go like, if you are so knowledgeable on it, then you must understand the danger of it.
I mean, yeah, but like, isn't that all magic? Really?
Do you forget where in Canura you are?
No. I can
Ver something or other.
You hear this a slapping sound kind of like echo throughout the room. You can't see it, but you're pretty sure whoever is talking to you just facepalmed really hard.
Some people got mad at me earlier, so maybe
Nice.
not.
Nice.
Our rules of Vedrum state no magic within city borders, and if possible, within the region.
That's pretty difficult. I mean, we can
Just throw cards at them. That works fine.
Or stabbing them.
you can do that with magic.
Yeah, but pretty sure they don't like magic here.
Oh, true.
Well, it seems pretty clear what we have to do.
Wait a minute. Looks up at the giant hands. Isn't that magic?
We're not questioning that right now.
As he said, he repeats himself from before. Why do you think your other choice is staying here? There are things that Vedrum should not know.
So you want us to get rid of magic so they can't use magic here, but you're fine with using magic yourself.
Society goes nowhere without a use of magic. Limiting it is what's important.
Fair enough.
Only
That
few
sounds
and far
pretty
between
crypto.
should be only few and far between should be capable.
I would have to disagree, but I kind of want to get out of this place.
I'm also in a hard place to disagree, considering that, well, looks down and just tried to spit out to the horse pub. Not exactly just a noble person here, but
So, let us, yeah. So if we agree to this, we get rid of those things for you. We're out of here. Then what is in it for us? Getting
Pay
What is it?
your kind wants that, don't you? The adventuring kind. And well, you won't be stuck down here. And if you do your job well, I may have other things for you to do.
well, I did think about it for a long time, giving the whole adventuring existence a go.
Well, you haven't really got much of a choice now on it.
No, at least this would be a story to tell Mom.
Just really quick, because I opened up my book just on a random page, and apparently one of the halfling male normal names is Kevin. 49 and 50. I had to find a page. I just opened near the end. So yeah, apparently if you it's very normal for a halfling to be named Kevin.
Okay, Kevin's a halfling.
And
Understood.
you're
We're not
also-
talking
and then
about
you're
the
also
gnome
the
we named
hospital
Roberto.
person.
The no.
No.
Or the fire elemental he has that's called Hans. We don't talk about
The
that thing.
crappy,
What, you
that
should-
crappy ass
We
fire
don't,
elemental.
we don't talk about Grandpa's weird shit.
Grandpa's weird shit.
Grandpa's weird shit.
Listen, Grandpa has a lot of weird shit. Just look at it, like what happened. Like, he got fucking grandkids out of nowhere. Well, not out of nowhere, but
Out of 2 female centaurs.
But yeah,
Right,
so,
he doesn't even have a child to begin with. Like, it's
But-
amazing.
but so, he goes, so are you accepting my proposition?
yes.
Very well. He will see, kind of like see the one of the hands kind of like go down, kind of like place both hands on like the ground, although the one hand like on the floor, and you'll hear like something falling through like one of the pipes, and he kind of like lifts the hand back up and kind of like where like the I guess the for the fun of it, you see where the middle finger was like on the ground.
Oh, god damn it.
There is now a small box. Kind of like a metal lockbox, but you can tell that it's not locked.
Oh, look. Picks it up.
I see he's mature.
Opens. Middle lockbox.
There is what looks to be a set of airship tickets.
Huh, that's convenient.
You'll be traveling, and you kind of like hear like a pause. In 5 minutes, and you will see kind of like above you, you see like some pipes come down, and you can feel from the room that they are like sucking air.
Don't tell me you want to get us to get into that.
I do not fit in one of those pipes.
Yeah, I was about to say, I don't think
A bigger pipe comes down.
Holds down onto her hat, make sure it doesn't fly off.
Don't worry, it's centaur sized.
Okay. That's very important because I am
You could just stand on 2 feet.
I am still really. Then I'm just
No.
fucking long.
I don't think she would
It's
fit.
like, you gotta take a corner.
Even if she stood in 2 feet.
Oh no, like if it is like if I had to stand on like 2 feet, I end up being like I go from being like
it's,
7 feet tall to like at least 12.
No, it's like that scene in The Incredibles where they have to get him in the escape pod.
That's also not very good for your back.
But yeah, so it pretty much just goes 5 minutes.
You've got to be fucking me.
Oh. I guess. So do we get like? How's these pipe work?
I'm just gonna walk over to one.
Can I just jump up towards one of them?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, he watch you jump up. Boom, boom. Listen, it's a fantasy world. I can have fun with this.
Hold on,
I don't
hat,
trust these
jump
pipes,
up,
but
up
I
the
really
way.
don't have a choice. Walks over to the centaur-sized one for obvious reasons. Not getting stuck in one of these.
Augustus Gloop,
You
you
walk
know.
over to one of the other ones is just extended.
It's like, well, fetch it.
Just give me a second. I'm finding something.
Suction sound effect.mp4.
Boop, boop, boop. There you go. That's just suction cup sound effect.
I'm keeping the lockbox, by the way.
Oh, and like the tickets were in it, so you can like close it and you just go with it. So yeah, you
I would be really sad if you lose the tickets in the fucking pipe.
No, I put it in my saddlebag,
yeah,
which is amazing. It's an extra dimensional pocket.
yeah. So you come up and you kind of like plop out of these like tubes in a room, and you see like this young like man, like blonde hair, looks human, just looks over and goes, "Your airship will be ready in 4 minutes."
How do you not look surprised?
He
I'm
has
gonna look
seen
at
this
him and
before. Starts walking, and we need to hurry, by the way.
You can see there's stairs going up. He just like gestures to the stairs up. No, there's not a rat falling this time.
You have a very punchable face. Keep walking.
Walk over to him
Yeah.
and just say quietly, like, "Do you work for the one that has the big metal hands?"
Whatever pays the bills is all you get back.
Whatever pays the bills.
Can I insight him to see if that's a yes?
Sure.
That's a very good answer.
Just sitting here
in
like,
my
you
one.
need
opinion.
to insight that?
Did you create a character with negative intelligence by any chance?
She's very dumb, apart from when it comes to magic.
So what did you roll?
Okay, she's naive as fuck. Got ya.
Yes.
He probably works for him, yeah.
Just be like, keep it secret. You're not meant to talk to anyone about it. Give him a nod. They'll walk.
Alright, so you make your way upstairs where you can see an airship. You just kinda like it's not a big airship, but it's also not like it's like a medium-sized airship. Just kinda like hooked onto the edge with like a plank going down. You'll see someone look over at you. Like give you a look and just kind of like give you like a hand gesture of like get over here.
Push over.
Hey! Walks over.
Think to myself, people who work for this guy don't seem to like to talk much. And then I walk over.
He just kind of
You talk with me at the airship.
he kind of like looks at everyone. All right, come on. It's the only sentence you get from him.
I'm just gonna like whisper past him, metal hands, and then do like a little hands motion. And then walk.
He's gonna
then
look
move
at you a little like, okay, so one crazy one.
I'm just gonna walk on.
Yeah.
Hopefully I don't hit my head in the way in.
Limbo.
You're kind of like, there you go. Like it's pretty tall. You're kind of like, you're only gonna like, go a bit down.
Just gotta bend your head down.
Yep. And not like pretty much as soon as the last person kind of like steps up, you see like the little bridge thing retract into the airship, and then kind of like you see like, kind of like the anchor that was hooked onto like the side of like this tower. It just get thrown back up, and you kind of like start to turn the airship, and you will start flying towards Arkmary, which is where we will end for today.
Hey,
Oh,
Little bit of introduction to
So,
everything.
introductions, go.
One. One.
We never had time to introduce the names.
No,
Oh, true.
no, he never.
You don't need to.
The time where you had for that would have been when you met each other, but you can talk about it on the airship now, like when you're from like when it's not the next time, because you get a bit of time on the airship
Oh.
before you get to Arkmary.
What do you mean?
Now I
we
get
know
to
the
ask
name
all
of-
the question. Does all of my ship knowledge extends to airships?
I'd say it's like to a degree, like for some things and some things not. Like you like get how controlling it works and stuff, but like you wouldn't. There's like example like an airship's like engine you wouldn't be able to like fully repair.
No, but the hull.
Yeah, like the
I can
hull and stuff.
repair.
Yeah, but like if it's actually stuff that's running it, then you would have a bit more of an issue. But yeah, just a short intro session, and yeah, you met well at least who you probably think according to your letter would be Cog.
We met metal hands.
So yeah,
Nah, I'm still going in cock now.
The dumbest person
metal
I've ever
hands.
met before.
Dumbest person you ever met. Yes, clearly.
so yeah. Do you have
Yes,
anything to say before we end?
I'm having way too much fun with this character.
I'm gonna say fuck. Mom's gonna kill me.
Which one?
I don't know yet, but one of them is probably gonna kill me.
Swear to God, if you touch my wife.
What about you, Sand? You got anything to say?
Well, this is going to be fun.
I just need a gambling table, then we're good to go.
Oh!
All right. Well, see you later. Stream for Saturday.
Nice
So
to
yeah.
meet you.
Dream.